بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله وحده والصلاة والسلام على من لا نبي بعد أما بعد. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. So we were continuing with the story of Musa alayhi salatu wasalam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala states in the Quran, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ولما بلغ أشده واستوى آتيناه حكما وعلما وكذلك نجزي المحسنين. And when he attained his full strength and was mentally mature, we bestowed upon him judgment and knowledge, and thus do we reward the doers of good. So here Musa ﷺ, he grew up in the palace of Pharaoh, and then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bestowed upon him judgment and knowledge. Hukman here means prophethood. Ilman is the divine injunctions. And then ahead Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned when he entered the city at a time of unawareness. Musa ﷺ, he was out of the city and he entered the city, time of unawareness of its people. So he found two men fighting each other. One was from his own group, which is Bani Israel, and one was from his enemies, which was the Egyptian, the people of Pharaoh. So the one from his own group called him for help against the one who was from his enemies. So Musa ﷺ struck him with his fist and finished him off, meaning he killed him. And of course this was by accident. Then Musa ﷺ, out of remorse, he said, this is a act of shaitan. This is some of shaitan's act. He is indeed a clear enemy who misleads. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala states, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ودخل المدينة على حين غفلة من أهلها فوجد فيها رجلين يقتتلان هذا من شيعته وهذا من عدوه فاستغاثه الذي من شيعته على الذي من عدوه فوكزه موسى فقضى عليه قال هذا من عمل الشيطان إنه عدو مضل مبين. And he entered the city at a time of inattention, meaning the time of unawareness of its people, and found therein two men fighting, one from his group and one from his enemy. And the one from his group called for help to him against the one from his enemy. So Musa ﷺ struck him and unintentionally killed him. Musa ﷺ said, this is from the work of shaitan. Indeed, he is a manifest misleading enemy. قال رب إني ظلمت نفسي فاغفر لي فغفر له إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. He said, my Lord, indeed I have wronged myself, so forgive me. And he forgave him. Indeed he is the forgiving, the merciful. قال رب بما أنعمت علي فلن أكون ظهيرا للمجرمين. He said, my Lord, for the favor you bestowed upon me, I will never be an assistance to the criminals. فأصبح في المدينة خائفا يترقب فإذا الذي استنصره بالأمس يستصرخه قال له موسى إنك لغوي مبين. And he became inside the city fearful and anticipating exposure, when suddenly the one who sought his help the previous day cried out to him once again. Musa ﷺ said to him, indeed you are evident persistence deviator. So here the next day Musa salam saw that same Israelite fighting with another person. So as soon as he saw Musa salam, he yelled out that, are you the one? Are you going to kill me like how you killed the one yesterday? So he exposed that who was the killer of that of the incident that happened yesterday. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala states ahead, فَلَمَّا أَنْ أَرَادَ أَنْ يَبْطِشَ بِالَّذِي هُوَ عَدُوٌّ لَهُمَا قال يا موسى أتريد أن تقتلني كما قتلت نفسا بالأمس إن تريد إلا أن تكون جبارا في الأرض وما تريد أن تكون من المصلحين. And when he wanted to strike the one who was an enemy to both of them, he said, "Oh, Musa, do you intend to kill me as you killed someone yesterday? You only want to be a tyrant in the land and do not want to be of the amenders." So here, this is where that person, this was exposed that Musa ﷺ was the one who killed that Egyptian. So this person, he went and reported to the authorities. And then one person came to warn Musa ﷺ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala states ahead, وَجَاءَ رَجُلٌ مِّنْ أَقْصَى الْمَدِينَةِ يَسْعَى قال يا موسى إن الملأ يأتمرون بك ليقتلوك فاخرج إني لك من الناصحين. And a man came from the farthest end of the city running. He said, "O Musa, indeed the enemy ones are conferring over you, intending to kill you. So leave the city. Indeed I am to you of the sincere advisors." So here now there's a warrant for Musa ﷺ, because now the authorities have been informed about what the incident that happened, that this was Musa ﷺ who killed the Egyptian. So here now Musa ﷺ has to flee. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala states ahead, فخرج منها خائفا يترقب قال رب نجني من القوم الظالمين. So he left Egypt, fearful and anticipating apprehension. He said, "O my Lord, save me from the wrongdoing people." So here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgave Musa ﷺ that he killed that Egyptian by accident with a heavy blow. When he struck that heavy blow, by accident he killed the Egyptian, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgave him. And now he has to flee from Egypt. So now Musa ﷺ, he directed himself towards Madian. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned ahead, states, وَلَمَّا تَوَجَّهَ تِلْقَاءَ مَدْيَنَ قَالَ عَسَى رَبِّي أَن يَهْدِيَنِي سَوَاءَ السَّبِيلِ. And when he directed himself towards Madian, he said, "Perhaps my Lord will guide me to the sound way." So now Musa ﷺ is going towards Madian. And when he reached Madian, he came to a well of Madian. He found there a crowd of people watering their flocks, and he found aside from them two women driving back their flock. He said, "What is your circumstance?" They said, "We do not water until the shepherds dispatch their flocks. And our father is an old man." Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala states ahead, وَلَمَّا وَرَدَ مَاءَ مَدْيَنَ وَجَدَ عَلَيْهِ أُمَّةً مِّنَ النَّاسِ يَسْقُونَ وَوَجَدَ مِن دُونِهِمُ امْرَأَتَيْنِ تَذُودَانِ قَالَ مَا خَطْبُكُمَا قالتا لا نسقي حتى يصدر الرعاء وأبونا شيخ كبير. So here when he found there was a group of men watering, and beside them he found two women who were keeping back. Means that they were stopping their sheep from drinking drinking with the sheep of those shepherds. So when Musa ﷺ, he saw this, and he went to them and said, "What is the matter with you? قَالَ فَمَا خَطْبُكُمَا? Why are you not watering your flocks with these people?" قَالَتَا لَا نَسْقِي حَتَّى يُصْدِرَ الرِّعَاء. They said, "We cannot water until the shepherds take them," meaning we cannot water our flocks until they finish. So there were other men there to also watering their flocks too. So these two women, they're waiting until all the men they would dispatch and they would go. Then, because this is out of, you see, what do you call, you can say modesty, that they don't want to mix with the men. See, they don't want to mix with the men, intermingling with the men and women. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made, you see, that there's a boundary. You see, we will talk about that some other topic inshallah. So قالتا لا نسقي حتى يصدر الرعاء وأبونا شيخ كبير. And our father is a very old man. Because Musa ﷺ asked, "Why are you here?" So of course, so that's why these two, the women, they said that our father is an old man, and that's why we are here. We are here to do this work. فسقى لهما ثم تولى إلى الظل فقال رب إني لما أنزلت إلي من خير فقير. So he watered their flocks for them. Musa ﷺ watered their flocks for them. Then he went back to the shade and said, "My Lord, indeed I am for whatever good you would send down to me, indeed." So until here, Musa ﷺ, he traveled for so many days, and he is exhausted, tired, and he saw this incident. He saw these two women waiting for, watering their flocks. People, they were there. So Musa ﷺ, he helped them. He helped these two women, and afterwards he went back in the shade, and he asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that whatever good you have, just send it to me. I'm in need of anything. So this is where there is no one to help you but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because La ilaha illallah. When we say there is no one worthy of worship, La ilaha illallah, there is no God except Allah. If we remember in our Surah Al-Fatih every day, we say Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in. So anyways, La ilaha illallah, Musa alayhi salatu salam, he asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for help. That whatever good you have, send it down to me. Then the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala came. Ahead Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala states, فَجَاءَتْ إِحْدَاهُمَا تَمْشِي عَلَى اسْتِحْيَاءٍ قَالَتْ إِنَّ أَبِي يَدْعُوكَ لِيَجْزِيَكَ أَجْرَ مَا سَقَيْتَ لَنَا فلما جاءه وقص عليه القصص قال لا تخف نجوت من القوم الظالمين. The one of the two women came to him walking with shyness. She said, "Indeed, my father invites you, that he may reward you for having watered for us." They watered their animals. So when he came to him and related to him the story, he said, "Fear not, you have escaped from the wrongdoing people." And here Musa alayhi salatu salam told the woman to walk behind. This was the taqwa of Musa alayhi salatu salam, to walk behind, not to walk in front, so that he will not be able to see the appearance of the woman. So Musa alayhi salatu salam told the woman to walk behind. And this, because of this, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says ahead, قالت إحداهما يا أبت استأجره إن خير من استأجرت القوي الأمين. So one of the women said, "Oh my father, hire him. Indeed, the best one you can hire is the strong and the trustworthy." So the strong, they saw when Musa alayhi salatu salam, the cover of the well, the 10 men they need 10 men together to lift that. But Musa ﷺ, he lifted by himself. He lifted the cover of the well by himself. So this is where they saw that he's strong and trustworthy. Musa ﷺ, you see, he told the woman to walk behind, not to walk in front. So because of these two qualities, the woman said to my father, hire him. So this is what we look in employee. When an employer hires an employee, these are the two main. You see, strong in physical strength, if it's a work which demands physical strength, or either mentally, strength of knowledge, and the second one, which trustworthy. That is very important, to be honest. Then ahead, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, قال إني أريد أن أنكحك إحدى ابنتي هاتين على أن تأجرني 8 حجج فإن أتممت 10 فمن عندك وما أريد أن أشق عليك ستجدني إن شاء الله من الصالحين قال ذلك بيني وبينك أيما الأجلين قضيت فلا عدوان علي والله على ما نقول وكيل. He said, indeed, I wish to wed you one of these my 2 daughters, on the condition that you serve me for 8 years, but if you complete 10, it will be as a favor from you, and I do not wish to put you in difficulty. You will find me, if Allah wills, from among the righteous. So here, in this situation here, according to the Sharia of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, this is not permissible. But in their Sharia, it was probably possible, because in our Sharia, the Sharia of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, according to all 4 Imams, this is not permissible. According to Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullah, he states that clearly the meher is what regarded is as valued item by people. So it has to be gold, silver, cash, jewelry. You see, something that has a value, that can be as a meher. According to the other ulama, the Maliki, Shafi'i, Hanbali, they are unanimously agreed that anything that may be given in return for something, or anything that has a value or any benefit or service one may be paid for, is permissible to give as meher. So in this situation, this is not permissible in the Shariah of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The Musa alayhi salatu wasalam that said, that is established between me and you, whichever of the 2 terms I complete, there's no injustice to me, and Allah over what we say is witness. So Musa alayhi salatu wasalam chose, you see, the 10 years to complete all 10 years. So until here, this is the Musa alayhi salatu wasalam, when he left Egypt and he entered to Madian, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him protection there. Also Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you see, saved him from the wrongdoers. And ahead, now Musa alayhi salatu wasalam, after he completed the time, we will do this in the next session inshallah. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين.